Okay, in the last video I left you with this animation here, trying to demonstrate to you what frequency is. And we discussed that as I slow it down, I was hoping you would just notice something about what frequency would be. And then as I speed it up again, let's talk about it now. What is frequency? Okay, so what frequency is the term that we're going to reserve for F right here, frequency F. And what frequency is, it's sort of the speed of the up-downness of a wave. Okay, the up-downness for sure is sort of critical in the definition of frequency. So let me give you something to think about this by. So let me draw sort of a line right here, and I'm going to draw another line right here. Okay, so two lines. They don't have to mean anything, they're just reference points. And I'll get my little red pointer out. Hopefully you can see the red pointer. And what I'll do is I'll make the pointer go up and down in 1 second. Okay, so here it goes. 3, 2, 1, alligator 1. That was about a second. Let me do it again. 3, 2, 1, alligator 1. Okay, so when I do that here, the timing that you just saw here, I did 1 second to go up and down. Okay, 1 second to go up and down. So like I said, frequency is the up and downness of a wave. So I go up and down 1 time. So what I did there is I went 1 time in 1 second, and what that is 1 hertz. So what a hertz is here, the definition of hertz that you see with frequency, H-E-R-T-Z, is actually what the unit is, but it's always just abbreviated Hz for hertz. A hertz is a measure of how many times per second. So put a question mark in there because we don't know what the number is, but times per second. So for instance here, when you see 1 hertz, that means 1 time per second. So if I do this, alligator 1, alligator 1, alligator 1. So I'll drop the alligator, but I'll try to keep my rate going here. So I'm going up and down once per second. So this red thing is a 1 hertz frequency. The frequency of the red dot at this moment, the way I'm moving it, would be 1 hertz. Do we have to stick to 1 hertz? No, we don't have to stick to 1 hertz. We can go to 2 hertz. How would you get 2 hertz? Well, I would have to go a little faster because 2 means 2 times per second. So instead of going alligator 1, I'd have to go alligator 1. I'd have to go up and down 2 times in that 1 second, right? So there's once, there's twice, and I'd have to do that in 1 second. So alligator 1, alligator 1, right? Or I could do it 3 times in a second. I don't know how to do this. Alligator 1, alligator 1. I could do it 4 times a second or 5 times a second, or let me try to do 10 times a second. Yeah, let me try to do 10 hertz. Yeah, this will work. Alligator, oh, no, I didn't do it. I can't do 10 hertz, but you can hopefully get the point there that I can do 2 hertz. Okay, maybe I can pull off 3 hertz, but I can't go much faster than that. Okay, so if I zap you back over to the animation here, I hope you're seeing what frequency is a little bit over here. So if I go back to the animation, here I am. I just showed you, see there's Hz, the hertz there, that's times per second. So if I sort of put this down at a sort of an even number here, like something like 1, all right, there's about 1. So right now, this is a frequency of 1 hertz. Now I showed you 1 hertz with my little red dot on the iPad a second ago. So what's happening at 1 hertz is this plunger is going up and down 1 time per second. And if you connect the wave to it, it means all the little particles in this wave are also going up and down 1 time per second. We could certainly increase it to 2 times per second like this. There's 2 times per second. I was kind of able to do that with my red dot as well. So you can see that this so-called generator here is going up and down 2 times per second, and so is the wave. All these little balls in the wave are going up and down 2 times per second. You're sort of watching slow-mo there. It's pretty cool. Like that. You can just see that any little ball here that I can put with the mouse cursor. See, like I'll just follow this ball with my mouse cursor. See how it goes up and down at exactly the same rate as that generator there at 2 times per second. That's sort of what a wave is. And you can just sort of see how one of these balls sort of pushes on the one next to it and pushes and pulls on the one next to it until it just sends that disturbance all the way down out the window. And again, if it was a light wave, it could travel all the way across the solar system, or it could be born in the sun and travel the 1 AU or 93 million miles to the Earth before it gets to us. And so that's what frequency is. It's the up-downness of a wave. And you can get a lot of fun playing around with it, sort of going up and down like that. And Okay, we'll leave it at that at the moment. So what I'd like to go do next to say, if you maybe understand a little bit what frequency is now, then let's talk about what the wavelength is, because they're definitely related. Definitely related. Okay, the wavelength. As the name implies, the wavelength has this word length in it like this, okay? So while frequency sort of had the units of hertz like that, remember the times per second, wavelength is actually a length, and it would be measured in familiar units that you're probably used to, things like meters, feet, and miles or something like that. So in the next video then, I'll tell you what wavelength is, and we'll go from there.